At night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling them wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough.
Good afternoon guys. Today I am back with another video. Today I will be reviewing my all new pre-owned Ford Fiesta Classic which I have purchased few days back. If you want to see the video, I have already made a video regarding this, a delivery video. Today I will review this particular car. Let me tell you first friends, the Ford is an iconic American brand. But the cars you see in India were mainly from the European operations, and the Ford Fiesta, which was one of the successful models, was derived from the Fiesta Mark VI Europe, and this car shares lot of common mechanicals with that particular car. And the next generation was the Figo, which was based on Mark VI Fiesta. Figo and Fiesta more or less shares common platform, only the shape is little bit different, but mechanically they shares quite a common spares. Now you say why Fiesta? Basically I had a long desire or a cherished dream of owning a sedan car. All my cars have been in the hatchback portfolio, but I wanted to fulfill my dream, and not only that, at a economical price, because you may say that there are a lot of sedan cars in the market, but if you think of Desire or any other contemporary cars, they are pricey. So I was looking for a car that should be budget friendly, and I won't be using this car that much. It will be some occasional long drives and some city commuting. So I decided to go for a used pre-owned Fiesta. It is 2014 model Ford Fiesta. Actually this car has been renamed by that time by Ford Classic. In fact the global Fiesta was just going to be introduced in India, so Ford first of all changed the name to Fiesta Classic, and finally in 2012 they renamed it to Ford Classic. But overall the car looks same as the original Fiesta except few add-ons. And here you find the Classic logo. This is the diesel model. The overall the car is in good shape except few minor bruises and dents all over the body. In fact the car was owned by an old gentleman, and you know the car commuting regularly in city traffic, this type of bruises and dents are not at all uncommon. So I was ready to take the challenge of repairing these dents and bruises, so that is not at all a problem. Let me tell you guys why I like the Classic design. In fact the design and the shape of the car with which I have grown up, and this type of sedan design which is plain and simple resembles of the Classic car look. Not only that, this car doesn't have those splits and ugly creases these modern cars have nowadays. So in case of any collision or any denting work, the job is much easier, where it is quite difficult with the cars which are having those creases and pleats all over the body. So the design is very simple, and this is the design with which we have grown up in our younger days. Now let me show you inside of the car. This is the driver's side. The door opens quite wide, and getting in and out of the car is not at all a problem. You get an integrated stereo. There is a silver colored gear knob which gives a sporty look. This is the rear seat. There is plenty of leg room. And people like me, 5 feet 5 inches, there is also enough headroom. It may be a little bit difficult for a taller person since the roof is bit slanting. Otherwise it is more than enough, and even a 3-person can easily sit here. There is a rear cup holder also in this particular model. This is the CLXI model. There is a cup holder. The instrument cluster also give a classic look. Those round speedometer and tacho dials which you used to see in our college days. The instrument cluster normally sported like this, and these are the AC controls. All are manual controls, and you have an integrated stereo which supports auxiliary in and a CD player. CD player is no more in use nowadays, and you have also a rear defogger in this car. And all the windows are power operated, and the ORVM mirrors, they have a toggle from inside to adjust. The tires you get is 175/65 R14. The tires are not in that good shape, but they have at least some tread left. But for city commute it won't be a problem at all. Now let's see the boot. The boot is remote key operated, and this is the 430 liters of boot space. That is more than adequate for a family. So for weekend long drives you can pack enough luggage in this boot, and the body is quite strong enough. Ford was known for their strong build quality, so that you can easily understand that strong build quality is present in this car also. The 1.4 liter diesel engine, TDCI engine, which produces modest 67 to 68 bhp at 4500 rpm, and it produces 160 newton meter of torque as early as 2000 rpm, and that's a very good sign. So driving in city traffic is not at all a problem for a car of this size. That is a very good plus point. And by spec sheets, the engine specification are not that exciting, but once you drive the car you never feel that the car is underpowered. So let us test the car and see how the car feels.
Find the car comfortable?
Yes, the car is quite comfortable. In fact, I like to tell you that nowadays people have a perception that SUVs are more comfortable, but that is a myth actually. The sedan gives you a plush, comfortable ride. Yes, it cannot negotiate those off-roading conditions, but if you really like to have a comfortable ride and a what should I say, if you want a good quality ride, sedans are still the king. But it's a pity that people nowadays are opting for SUVs just for their I will say insane practicality thinking. Why I am telling you, if you find most of the SUV owners, in fact 90% of the owners are using their SUVs in city drive, so it's meaningless why they are going. But now it's a trend that people are going for SUV, but the comfort and driving comfort of an sedan is never compromised, and it's the best, I tell you.
Is the car underpowered?
The car is not at all underpowered, but if you go through the tech specs, you will feel that the car is underpowered. But the way the car has been tuned, you will love to drive the car. The car is quite eager to drive, and the diesel engine is quite punchy. And not only that, in a city like Kolkata, where it's bumper to bumper traffic, you get the maximum torque at by 2000 rpm. So driving in this city is a breeze at all. So the car is never underpowered, I tell you.
How is the AC of the car?
Yes, let me tell you about the AC. I was little bit skeptical that normally older generation cars like this doesn't have good AC, but the AC is really fantastic. Even after 8 years, the AC has just cooled down. Within few minutes I have switched on the air conditioner. In fact, the car was resting in sun throughout the day, but still as soon as I switched on the AC, the car has cooled off very fast, and the AC is really effective, so you don't have to worry about the AC at all.
What mileage you get?
In bumper to bumper traffic, you may get less mileage. Maximum you can get 15 to 16 with air conditioner on, but that's a good mileage. Regarding the weight of the car, it's around 1150 kg. Not only that, but still you get 15 to 16 mileage. And on highways, I have seen in my recent I will say around 200 to 250 kilometer drive, I have got around 20. Since that was a state highway and the road was not that good, but even then I used to manage 20 out of it. So that's a very good mileage considering an 8-year-old car, and it's such a heavy and a big car. So that's a very good mileage.
Why diesel over petrol?
Actually, I have been always a lover of petrol car, and throughout my life I have never owned a diesel. But since I was planning to go for a sedan, normally sedan cars are bulky and they consume more fuel. Yes, I am not talking about Maruti Dzires. They are very frugal, but they are not true sedans. If you go for true sedan, the cars gets bulky and bigger in size, and the car also becomes heavier, and in those cases a diesel engine is preferable. Not only that, I had a wish for a diesel car for a long time. In fact, the rumbling, that noise of a powerful diesel engine gives a different type of thrill and enjoyment, and that was also another reason why I chose diesel. And the Ford was basically, they are good in diesel cars also. Now the difference between petrol and diesel is around 15 rupees in our state, so that is also a big difference. And in city driving also, diesel gives good mileage where the petrol car fails normally in bumper to bumper traffic. In fact, I own an Altroz where I get not more than 11 to 12 kilometers per liter with AC on during bumper to bumper traffic, but with this car I can easily manage up to 15. So that was also another consideration. Not only that, diesel cars are soon going to be a thing of past. Not many years are left, you will hear that there was a diesel engine for these passenger cars. So that was also my last wish, to own a diesel car, and that's the reason why I went for a diesel. In fact, you could have told me that why don't you buy a diesel car previously, since you have purchased so many petrol new cars. Now let me tell you, boss, the difference between a new petrol and a diesel car is around nowadays 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees. Not only that, the extra money I will be investing, because my commuting is not that much. I mostly use my car for joyrides and weekend drives. So I am not a daily commuter. So that's why I didn't go for a new diesel car also. That was also another reason.
Are you satisfied with the car?
Yes, definitely I am satisfied with the car, and the car gives a lot of excitement while you drive this car. Not only that, I have always a dream for a sedan car like this, and you see, even it is a 2014 car, the car is having most of the accessories which a modern car should have. Yes, this model doesn't have the ABS and all those safety features, but still the car is good, and the car is running pretty well without any trouble. A regular service and some minor replacement has given a new lease of life to this particular car. My advice is, once you purchase a diesel car of Ford or any Ford car, it's best idea to check it with the workshop with the car number and chassis number, which I checked for this particular car, and found that the most of the things that has been told by the dealer were more or less what he has said, because the car was driven in and around Kolkata. The car didn't have any FASTag or anything like that. It was owned by an old gentleman. Only thing, the car had bruises and dents all over the body, so I need to go for a touch up and paint work. But other than this, the car is absolutely fantastic. Another thing is that the car never feels sluggish with AC, which I was thinking that a car of 1400 cc and with only 68 bhp on the tap may be lagging in power while with AC, but that did not happen with this car. So that is also a point to be noted. So, and my advice is that those who are willing to buy a Fiesta or a Ford Classic, they should try to get the service records of the car. Though the mechanicals are common with your Figo, but if any body panels or anything like that is damaged, it will be very difficult to find one, because this car has been discontinued in 2015. So that is one negative point against this car. Otherwise this car is good, and please check the service history before you buy one. And if you have liked this video, please do subscribe my channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much and goodbye. And please do stay tuned for my coming videos of this particular Fiesta car, which I will be uploading very soon. Thank you very much and goodbye.